Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and to another episode of the microscopic series. I hope you have enjoyed yesterday's video. Now a lot of you guys wanted me to put to test a pore blurring primer under the microscope. Now apart from finding out how these work under the microscope, I'm going to be comparing a drugstore primer with a high-end primer. So for the drugstore side, I've got the Lakme Absolute Blur Perfect Makeup Primer. This is how it looks like. I absolutely adore this primer. This is one of my favorite drugstore primers ever. And for the high-end side, I've got the Smashbox Find a Primer You Will Love sample thingy-majig going on. Now I have tried quite a few in this. By quite a few I mean 2 of these. I think I've tried the Golden Hour Glow and 8-hour Oil Plus Shine Control one, but I still have Smooth Plus Blur Primer left in this, and I think it's their best seller. I'm not too sure, but yeah, so let's try these out, one on each side, and let's see if a high-end primer actually performs better than the drugstore one. So let's get started. Now before I get started with applying these primers, I want to show you guys how my T-zone looks like under the microscope, because my T-zone is the area where I need a primer because it has got a lot of congestion, texture and all of those things. Now I did try to film this video before when I did not have any texture going on, so you could really not tell any difference with or without the primer. So right now in this video I have a lot of whiteheads and texture going on, and that's because I wanted you to see the effect of a primer with all of this going on, right? So please don't be disgusted, please don't feel that I don't clean my skin enough. I do it, but I just had to keep this on for a while so that you can see how the primer works. I hope that makes sense. So let's get started. Okay, so here we go. I think I should start with my forehead first. Oh, by the way, you're going to see facial hair because it's been a while. I haven't shaved or trimmed, even though you just watch the video or you will watch the video. But yeah, there's been a while. These videos are filmed over a good period of time, so don't think that my hair just grew out in 2 or 3 days, okay? So this is how, can you see all those? I don't know if you can tell. I only have moisturizer on my face, so that's why it looks a little oily. But there you go. So those are all my whiteheads. Okay, so basically the before primer shot is full of oil, very greasy, oily looking, I think because of the moisturizer, and also full of whiteheads. I don't have open pores, so I really can't show you that. Now for the right side of my face, I'm going to try out the Lakme's Blur Perfect Makeup Primer. Now this is a silicone based primer for sure, but it's not your typical clear transparent gel sort of a primer. It does feel slippery and all, so I'm actually very curious to see how this is going to work. You know, really zoom in and close up. So I'm just going to take a little bit of it and put it right here. So I hope you guys are ready now for the reveal. This is going to be more of a before and after shot of how a primer actually works and what it actually does. So yeah, let's see how my skin looks like now after using a primer. So the side you're seeing right now is the side where I've used the primer. And now very quickly I'm just going to show you the side without primer. I mean, yeah, this side looks more rough, I guess, and a little oily. So primer definitely takes care of the oil. Yeah, it definitely looks more I don't know, like raw, I guess you could say. Whereas this side looks more smooth. So this is how a primer works, you know, it actually just smoothens out your skin. And I mean, I still can see my whiteheads, but they look a lot more smoother in texture as opposed to this side. I hope you can make out the difference. So this is the side without the primer on, and this is the side with primer on. Okay, so on this side of my face, I'm going to try out Smashbox Minimize Pores Primer. I thought I had the Smooth and Blur one, but I sadly don't have that. But anyways, it's actually very similar to the Lakme one with the consistency of it. So I'm not sure if you can see, but this is how it looks like. It's again not your transparent clear primer. It's more so, it's actually very similar to the Lakme one, so that's a good thing that we have similar primers to compare. Okay, so I'm just going to put that on this side of my face really quickly. Well, by face I really mean T-zone, because I'm not going to put this on my entire face and test it out. Right, so I think I've got enough on both the sides, and feel wise both the sides feel the exact same to me. I cannot tell a difference at all. Yeah, the Smashbox side feels a little bit more powdery, but smoothness wise both feel the exact same, like exact same. Okay, now let's test out how this side performs under the microscope. Okay, yeah, so now it's not looking as oily as it was looking before, and again the skin looks very smooth. I don't see a lot of texture, even though I know that I have a lot of texture. And here are my whiteheads. You can still see them, but they are quite blurred out, I would say. And doesn't look very different to the Lakme side, to be very honest. Like, both the sides look exactly the same to me. I cannot tell a difference at all whatsoever. I think we have enough of microscopic view. I'm just going to stop this. I'm going to put on makeup on my entire face, and then we will talk a little bit more about it. Okay, so here I am 1 hour later with full face of makeup on, foundation is on, blush is on, eyeshadow is on, everything is on. Now for my foundation, I've used the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte foundation in the shade, what shade is this? Fresh Beige 107, just in case you were curious about the shade. Now the reason why I've used this foundation is because this is one of the foundations that I cannot use when I have a lot of texture going on without a primer. And I thought this would be the perfect foundation for the primer test that we are doing today. Now look wise, I cannot feel or see any difference whatsoever. Both the sides look equally the same to me. None of the side is, you know, shining out a little better in any way, shape or form, which is a good thing. I mean, I never expected or really thought of doing a test like this with a primer, because don't get me wrong, a good primer is really important, especially on the days when you want your makeup to look a lot more better than usual, or for any special occasions, or for the times like this when you did not get a chance to clear out your skin, you have texture on your skin, you want to have like a smooth, blurred face before you get started with your makeup. But it's just not something that I would be necessarily investing a lot of money on when it comes to high-end primers. So honestly, I can tell you by the looks of it, both the sides look equally the same to me. I don't see Smashbox one performing any better. Okay, so that's about it. I think we have come to an end for this video. I would say if you're already happy with your drugstore primer, you do not want to invest in a high-end primer, I don't think you really have to, because honestly both perform equally the same. But again, if you really want to go ahead and try out high-end primers, you can do so. I just wanted this video to be here on the internet so people can really see a difference, and I was intrigued as well after you guys recommended this video. So that's about it. I hope you guys found this video helpful, and I will see you in tomorrow's video. Bye bye.